Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, News 12, first at 5, continues.
1 year ago today, North Augusta was rocked with a shootout that changed the city forever. This is video from that night as investigators combed through the scene. We want to warn you, this next audio may be triggering for some of you. And in broad daylight, almost like a scene out of a movie, a burglary in progress turned into a shootout between a suspect, Thomas Arrington, and North Augusta Department of Public Safety officers right there on Georgia Avenue. Over 50 rounds were fired at police trying to capture the suspect. Thankfully, no deaths, but one officer was injured, Lieutenant Aaron Fittery. He was the commanding officer on duty that day. Normally, he's not on call and out on road patrol, but he filled in when he was needed that day. Aaron was shot in the leg, and since then, he has been on a long road to recovery. Fittery tells me that day started out like any normal day. He was on patrol duty because they were short-staffed. He got the call to help assist another officer and ended up intercepting the suspect's car in a pursuit. That's when he became the lead car in that incident. He says the suspect hit two cars and continued down Georgia Avenue before stopping in the middle of the road, grabbing a rifle and unloading rounds at North Augusta Public Safety officers. When gunfire was being exchanged, Fittery was hit in the lower leg. It was a day, he says, changed his life forever.
I definitely didn't think that it would be a day that would be something that's going to be a memory for the rest of my life and something that I would never forget.
And the suspect, Thomas Arrington, he was charged with assault and attempted murder. He is still making his way through the South Carolina court system right now and is still awaiting trial. Coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we'll have more from Fittery on what was going through his mind when shots were being fired there in downtown North Augusta. And turning to weather now, Riley.
Merge onto the interstate from Riverwatch Parkway. So just a heads up, you could run into some headaches here right at the state line. Going to Grovetown next, looks like I-20 is moving okay there in eastbound and westbound lanes, but we are noticing that traffic back up off the exit, trying to merge onto Lewiston Road, and definitely a lot of construction around that area in Columbia County. Have an update on those weekend rain chances in just about 10 minutes.
Thanks, Riley. A 31-year-old father died this week in an apparent industrial accident at Battle Lumber in Wadley. According to the Jefferson County Coroner's Office, Trenton Lewis is the victim there. A friend of Lewis's says that he was a good man and everyone who worked at Battle Lumber is one big family. Lewis leaves behind a wife and two little girls. The GBI will issue a final cause of death. Well, back in 2021 at Orangeburg Wilkinson High School, 3 students were shot during afternoon dismissal. This is video from the scene, emotional for everyone involved there. And tonight at 5, we are learning that one of the survivors of that school shooting was killed last week near his home. The victim on your screen is Ricky Irick. Court records include allegations he and 2 others were targeted during that school shooting, but no evidence at this time says that shooting and his death are connected. This week, deputies arrested 18-year-old Nasir Washington and 17-year-old Jaquil Mack for Irick's death. Both men are being charged with murder. First Circuit Solicitor David Pascoe declined to discuss the circumstances of either case, but expressed frustration with recent gun violence across the state.
I started as a juvenile prosecutor 29 years ago, and I've never seen violence amongst our juveniles at this level in the 29 years I've been prosecuting cases. And it's not a First Circuit problem, it's a state epidemic. It's unbelievable. Every society gets the criminal it deserves.
And family held a funeral for Irick this week. The Hub was in the giving spirit today. It's empty stocking fund handing out bags of toys in Grovetown. Red and green bags going to families to give them a special Christmas. Later on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we talked to one family that is grateful for events like this around the holidays. And we are back for day 2 of the annual iHeartMedia Cares for Kids Radiothon. This is your time to help local children in need. Volunteers are raising money that will help get kids critical life-saving treatment at the Children's Hospital of Georgia right here in Augusta. Our Cliff Bennett is live at the hospital right now. Cliff, how much longer do people have to drop off their donations?
We have a little bit longer here today. Okay, we have the phone banks manned until 7 o'clock tonight, but what I really want to get to the point is you have a few minutes left to really give all that much more, because until 5:45, it is a triple match half hour that's going on. Thanks very much to Log a Load for Kids. They're going to triple any donation that is called in or texted in until 5:45 this evening. So, as you can see, we have our phone banks here. We've got one or two of them on the phones right now, but we need everybody on the phones. Call 866-412-5437, or you can text CHOG, that's CHOG, to 51555. Again, any donation called up in or texted in until 5:45 will be tripled, courtesy of Log a Load for Kids. Let me tell you something. It's very important that we as a community support this non-for-profit organization. The amount of kids that come through these doors, whether or not their parents can afford their medical coverage or not, it doesn't matter, because no child is turned away. No family is turned away, regardless of their ability to pay. And all of the donations that are gathered here for the Children's Hospital of Georgia, they don't go upstairs for administration fees or anything like that. They go to the care for the kids. They go to the materials and tools and toys that are needed to keep these kids happy, to keep them safe, and to keep them alive, quite honestly. Again, 866-412-5437. Phone banks are going live until 7 o'clock tonight, but we pick back up for our third day tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., and that goes all the way until our check presentation until 1 p.m. then. Check it out, all the information at caresforkidsradiothon.com. Make those phones ring and become a miracle maker now. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cliff. Of course, like you said, all that money going to the kids right here at CHOG, right here in our own backyard, a great cause. Be able to donate if you can. Anything helps. Well, today was STEAM Challenge Day for e-scholars at National Hills Learning Center. The event gives e-scholars a chance to do some hands-on science experiments, like bridge and tower building. For one experiment, students had to make a weight-bearing bridge out of pasta noodles and marshmallows, the best experiment that you could ever do. Well, the Augusta Christmas Parade returns tomorrow. Local businesses, bands, and more will be dancing and walking down the streets of downtown Augusta. The parade will run down Broad Street between 13th and 7th Streets. So keep that in mind, whether you're looking for a good spot to watch or plan on driving through downtown. Everything starts at 6 o'clock. Well, this may look like a professional light display, but it's all homegrown Christmas cheer. We'll take you to the sensational Sens Christmas display coming up next. Riley, if you're going downtown for that parade, how are we looking?
For tomorrow, we do look mostly dry, but there is going to be the chance for more rain as we head into the second half of the weekend. Update on that full forecast just after the break.
Factory authorized dealer.
We're only comfortable when you are.
Well, if you're looking for somewhere to take the family this weekend, how about a nice Christmas light drive-through display? There's one right here in Aiken. It's not put on by professionals, but one family determined to make people happy. Will Volk shows us the Sens house.
Imagine driving down a dark, lonely, two-lane blacktop. You see nothing but road until you come up on this.
Over 50,000 lights and over 100 blow-ups.
Now, you might think you just drove up on a professional light display, but it's actually the Sen family's home.
I told my husband, I said, I really want to start decorating. This was about 5 years ago, and we started decorating, doing the lights, and because he knows how much I love it, he started making it even more and bigger.
Carrie Sen has always loved Christmas, and her husband knows it. Every year, he kept adding more lights until it got to the point where the whole yard was covered.
We cut our lights on last year, Thanksgiving night, and the next night, I had people trying to drive through the yard. So I called my husband. I was like, you posted it wasn't a drive-through, right? And he goes, yeah. I said, not working.
But that made them realize this is something that should be shared.
Because it brings a lot of joy and happiness to a lot of people, and they love it. Why not?
So now on weekends during the holiday season, you can drive through their yard for free. They say it's become a sensation, with hundreds of people showing up each night.
We definitely did not expect that.
But they say it's worth it.
Just to see how many people it makes happy, that's enough for me and my husband alone to keep doing it.
In Aiken County, we'll vote on your side.
And you can visit from 5 until 10 o'clock on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Their home is on Wire Road in Aiken County near exit 29, about 2 miles off the highway. We'll post their full address on our website, wrdw.com. All right, taking a live look.
Gerald Jones Super. This year, grab a gift and go to only the finest in men's clothing.
Senator Ossoff has secured $250 million from the American Rescue Plan to bring high-speed internet to thousands of Georgians. 34 Georgia counties will be eligible to apply for broadband grants like Burke, Glasscock, and Jefferson counties. We also asked for who will be handling the rollout.
ISPs will be responsible for implementation, and I expect that most of the investment will be fiber. We can get you details on the other modes and the other forms of infrastructure that ISPs may choose to deploy in order to meet the program requirements.
Ossoff says about 1 million Georgians don't have internet access, and this will be great. It'll be a great help for business owners, students, teachers, and much more. Well, parents, listen up. The last registration for the James Brown toy giveaway is tomorrow. If you want to sign up, you must bring state IDs, social security cards, and birth certificates of your kids ages 1 to 10. This will be at May Park from 9 until 11 a.m. The giveaway is December 17th at the James Brown parking lot from 8 to 10 o'clock. If you do any online shopping for the holidays, you're probably waiting on a package or two, and if you're waiting for a delivery truck, you may be playing into the hands of scammers. Jamie Tucker says scammers are busy contacting shoppers by sending text messages.
I think everyone is waiting on delivery drivers will be aware that scammers are just as busy as the people bringing the packages during the holidays. They're trying to trick shoppers into sharing account information and maybe even credit cards. And if you shop online, you may be contacted by one of these scammers disguising themselves as someone from Amazon, Walmart, FedEx, or UPS.
Here's the scam. You get an email stating your package is delayed or they tried to deliver it, and you're given a link to find where the package is. Seems legit until you look closer. The link doesn't take you to FedEx or UPS. An email can install malware on your computer with just one click. Scammers are using text messages now to get information. Someone reported this one to the FCC, a text saying, click the link to claim a package that wasn't delivered. Well, this link goes to a website that asks to confirm your identity by entering your address or account information. It might ask you to log in with your Amazon username and password. If you do, they got it and can order everything they want for Christmas on your credit card. Never sign into any account following a link. Scammers can create websites with official logos to look like they're the real thing. Compare the difference between those scams and this legitimate email from FedEx updating a shipment. It is from FedEx.com and it's safe. Be skeptical of any text message about delayed deliveries. Check for shipping updates on the Amazon app or anywhere else you shop.
Hey, and tell your kids, the FCC says these scammers are targeting young people because they're gullible, they're more likely to fall for scams. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
And the FCC urges anyone receiving one of these text messages to send it to its investigative unit by simply forwarding the text message to spam or the number 7726. Well, stuffing a truck full of Christmas cheer, that was the mission this afternoon at Aiken Tech. The goal was to donate new toys and stuffed animals in the bright Christmas boxes you see here. All of it goes to children spending Christmas in the hospital at the Children's Hospital of Augusta. Riley?
Well, for the weekend forecast, we do look cloudy and cool all weekend long, and there is going to be another chance for some decent showers on Sunday. I'm looking at that 7-day again for you just after the break.
All right, fighting crime by day, showing off his dance move. All right, fighting crime by day, showing off his dance moves by night. Take a look at this viral clip from a Low Country Christmas parade. That's Lieutenant James kicking it at the North Charleston Christmas Parade. He's not letting his gear weigh him down, high kicks and all. The Charleston County Sheriff's Office posted the viral video to their Facebook page. They say that they're excited and energized for the holiday parade this season. You don't need any rehearsals here. Look at that high kick, Riley. I just saw you try it over here. I'm surprised you didn't rip your pants, because that's something I would probably do.
And my hamstring's kind of sore right now, so I'm not going to try that again.
Doing the weather holiday?
It's tough out here, Will, but
I was
I'm
standing just as
surprised that
much as you were.
The lieutenant could do it, though. I mean, he had a few high kicks.
That's RoboCop. I'm gonna get chased down for doing something bad. That's not good.
Hey, he was boogieing.
We
there
know
out
how
there.
this works.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.